Hello, class 8. This is your chapter number 11, past tense. And in this chapter, we will see all the four forms, that is, simple past tense, past continuous tense, past perfect tense, past perfect continuous tense. We'll see all the four forms. In the last videos, we have seen present tense and all the four forms of it. Now we will see past tense and all the four forms of it. Now you all know what is past tense. The actions that are already being done or already been completed, or you can say the past tense is used to express an action that has been completed, means that work has already been done, that has completed. Alright, now see the example. See the first one. It's simple past tense. What happens in this simple past tense? We'll first see where it is used. It is used to express a past habit, means some habit that you used to do in past. Like, I went to bed early when I was in school. Like, it was your habit when you were um, going to school. It was your habit in past that you went to bed early as you have to go to school. So this was your past habit, means that action has already been done. It was in past, but it was your past habit. Then second is to express an action that was completed before the time of speaking. The dancers performed well, means it is used to express an action that has completed just before we have started speaking. Alright, like see the example. The dancer performed well, means the dancer, they have performed and they have performed well. So when I'm speaking, I'm speaking about the action that has already been completed. Now, to express an action that took place over a period of time in the past. I worked in school from 2000 to 2002. Means that action that took over for a period of time but in the past. Means you were working in school. You worked in school from 2000 till 2002. This is past. This means this duration is in past. But this is the time period for which you have worked in that school. I hope this is clear. Then to narrate a story. There lived a mighty king in a huge palace. So what happens that when you are narrating a story, it has happened. It has already been done in the past. So if you have to express it, if you have to narrate it, then you need to write it in simple past tense. I hope this is also clear. Now see the forms of past tense. Like with I, we use ate. Then you did not eat. He, she, it, they didn't eat. Then if you have to write in question form, did I, we, did you, did he, she, it, they eat. In this form you frame questions. Okay. See this first exercise. What you have to do, you have to fill this with simple past tense. You have to use a simple past tense form of verbs. See the first one. What you have to do, the words are given, the verbs are given in the bracket and you have to use it. First one, I did not leave for the station at 8 o'clock last night. Then second, eat becomes ate. Beena ate some rice and vegetable curry for dinner. Third, alert become alerted. The security guard alerted the residents when he saw a man jump over the wall. Fourth, you probably fell ill due to food poisoning. The past tense of fall is fell. I hope this exercise is clear. You just have to use a simple past tense of the verbs given in the bracket. Alright. If this is clear, let's quickly do this exercise B. What you have to do, you have to fill in the blanks with simple past tense. Again, you have to use a simple past tense. See the first one. Shruti liked to play badminton every evening. She had. Have becomes had. She had to cross the main road to reach the park where her friends also came. Come becomes came. Came to play with her. One day she saw. See becomes saw. saw a car coming down the road at great speed. An old woman crossed the road hurriedly but slipped. Slip becomes slipped and fell. Fell is the past tense of fall. Then Shruti ran. Run becomes ran and helped her get her up. She was her friend's grandmother. The lady thanked her and gifted her a new badminton racket the next day. See, in this paragraph, you just have to use the simple past tense of these words. Alright. So, I'm just repeating it again if you have missed somewhere. Like becomes liked. That is already mentioned. Have become had. Come becomes came. See becomes saw. Cross become crossed. Slip become slipped. Fall become fell. Run become ran. Help become helped. Thank become thanked. Gift become gifted. I hope now everything is clear. Now see exercise C. What you have to do here, read the following passage and filling the blanks with appropriate form of verbs given in bracket and simple past tense. Again, you have to use the simple past form of the verbs given in the bracket. See the first one. Commonwealth Games have been hosted in 18 cities across 7 countries since it was first hosted. The event hold become held in 1930 was an important sports meeting organized for the first time. Now see the next page. Under the title of British Empire Games in Canada, the event was. We become was. You know, in past tense be means be is was and were, but here singular, so we will use was. The event was renamed as the British Empire and Commonwealth Games in 1954, the British Commonwealth Games in 1970 and gained. Gain becomes gained. G-A-I-N-E-D. Gained its current title in 1978. In 2010, Commonwealth Games was held in New Delhi. New Zealand won. Win becomes won. All 4 rugby, 7 gold. Australia's women's hockey team won. Again, win becomes won. The 800th gold in games history, while Gagan Narang B again was the most successful man athlete, winning 4 gold medals. It was a spectacular international multi-sports event. It will be hosted by Scotland in 2014. I hope you have followed everything. You know, in past tense, if it's written be, then you have to use either was or were. If it's singular, use was. If it's plural, use were. Then, if it's written have, what you will use? Had. For past tense, you have to use had. Got it? Alright. Now, the next thing that we have is the second form, that is past continuous tense. Alright. The way to write past continuous tense is was, were, plus verb, ing form. Got it? Now see the first one, where it is used. It is used to express an action going on at time in the past, like she was knitting all evening on Sunday. So it is expressing an action that was going on, like for the whole evening she was knitting, and that too done in past, like last Sunday maybe. Alright. Then it is used to express an action that was a habit in the past. Maybe you have some habit in the past. For that also, past continuous tense is used. Like the chef was always preparing delicious food for his clients before the restaurant closed down. So what is happening here? The action. That is, what is the action? Preparing the food. That is the habit, and used to do it before the restaurant closes. Then, to indicate an action which has started at some time but had not ended at some time when other action took place. Like the lady was coughing when I entered the room. So the lady was coughing, she was coughing, and that hasn't ended, and I have entered the room. So when I have entered the room, I still saw that action, means that coughing action, has still not ended. Okay, I told you what is the form to write it. Now see some examples. I was listening to music when the bell rang. You were not sleeping when your aunt came. They were reading books in the library last evening. They weren't reading storybooks in class yesterday. Were they planning to go out yesterday? So these are the forms by which you write past continuous tense. See, it's very simple. You just need to see the subject. If it is singular, use was plus verb ing. If the subject is plural, use were, verb ing form. Now see, exercise D. Samir went to watch a football match. He narrated the details to his mother later. Use past continuous tense form of the verbs given in bracket. Okay. Now see the first line. The players. Players is plural. So we will use were. The players were playing with complete concentration. They, again plural, were hitting the ball and were passing it to other members of their teams. This much is clear. Both the teams were trying, again plural, both the teams were trying their best to score a goal, and the goalkeepers were guarding the goal in the best possible way. The spectators were shouting. See, again it's in plural form. Were shouting with excitement. Both the teams were running all over the football ground to control the ball. It was a wonderful game and the match ended in a draw. So you can see in all the forms, in the whole paragraph, you can see that everything was in plural. The subject were plural. So that's why we have used were and then verb ing form. I hope this is clear to you all. Then see the last exercise given on this page, that is exercise E. Again, you have to use the past continuous form of the verbs. See the first one, you were walking down the road when I met you. Then see the second, Mr. Mehta was watching, singular. Mr. Mehta was watching television when somebody rang the bell. Then see the third one, were you drinking coffee when your neighbors came to see you? Then last one, he was solving numericals when the bell rang for lunch break. Alright. Now till here we are doing in this video. In the next video I will do the rest two forms, that is past perfect tense and past perfect continuous tense. These two are left. We'll complete that in the next video and then this chapter will also be finished. Please students, read till exercise E. Read each and everything properly. As you know, tense chapter is very important. Alright students, we'll meet in the next video. Till then, bye and take care.